warm welcome to our election campaign trail. We are in Punjab in the Nabha town of Patiala. Remember, this is the stronghold of Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh. Remember, Congress came to power in 2017 after beating the anti-incumbency of Shiromani Akali Dal and BJP government in 2017. 2 years down the line, people feel that Congress has grown organizationally and politically, but promises remain unfulfilled. So is there a general discontent against Congress? Will that translate into votes? Let's go on a campaign trail with Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh. Welcome on Rajya Sabha television, sir. My first question to you, that you've been crisscrossing the state, and what's the kind of response which you're getting from the
Very positive. I think today, the mood in Punjab certainly reflects that people want to change their level.
Okay.
And other than that, then local problems. I mean, Akali Dal, for instance, one party has become three parties. Aam Aadmi, one party has become three parties. So division on along there.
Okay.
All these things have indicated to them that those parties can't offer stability.
So you don't see a triangular fight in Punjab at all?
No, not at all.
It's a clearly bipolar fight.
Maybe in a state or two, somebody on in his own right is strong,
Right.
but nowhere in a winning position.
Okay. Why is there a perception that for the last 2 years since the time the Congress has come to power, people are saying that, the promises have not been delivered? Would it be right to assess like that?
No, it's not, because you have made a manifesto which is there for 5 years.
Right.
We did the same in 2002 to 2007, and by the 2007 came,
Right.
we had implemented 100%.
Okay.
Similarly, here we have to go by stages. We lack resources. Punjab is in deep debt.
Right.
So money has to be found for projects. We thought the first project that we should take on is to prevent these farmer suicides. So we tried to help out the farming community.
Right.
Next is jobs. We had job mailers. We've given over 8 lakh jobs in these 2 years.
Because in your manifesto you said that there would be a job for every household.
That's what we started. 8 lakhs we started. Now I can't do 24 lakhs in 1 year. So we are carrying on, and we are monitoring on a day-to-day basis.
When you say that you have to give jobs in a phased manner, but the opposition keeps attacking the Modi government that look, what he promised remains unfulfilled. So would it be unfair?
Because it's 5 years over.
Okay.
He should have by now promised. His manifesto was for 5 years. Ours is also for 5. And we will, by 5 years, we will finish. If I have in 2 years done 8 lakhs,
Okay.
then by end of 5 years, I should go to my 20 plus lakhs.
What about the drug problem? You said when you came to power that, the drug problem will be wiped out within 4 weeks.
No, I didn't.
Was that a hyperbolic statement?
No, I never said that. I said that 4 hafton mein iska lakh tod dange, which means we will break the backbone of the drug business.
And do you think
we have
been
done
able
it.
to do
Yes, I've got 26,000 drug traders in jail.
that? Okay.
And the big wigs we are after them. One of them is in Hong Kong jail, and we are in touch with our national agencies to try and get his extradition. And then then everything will fit in.
Well-
But why I'm saying that it's successful to a great degree is because what was 1,200 rupees a gram on the street, heroin, is now over 6,000, and it's not available. And people are trying to push it in. We had 30 kilos which were caught in Uri, destined for Amritsar. We had 100 kilos which are caught in Kandla, destined for Punjab. So these sort of things are still continuing. So we are working closely with the other state police forces to keep, one side is prevention and the other side is cure. Cure, we've done a lot of work. Over 4 lakh people have come through there have been footprints in our
I was
centers.
going across the state, but drug problem doesn't look like a political issue this time as it was in 2017 assembly
Because we
elections.
got it under check. It's under control. I mean, it was a very major problem at one time, and it's still a major problem. It's not that it's over, but we have been able to break its backbone. And by God's grace, if we carry on in this manner, we've got a good team now of the special task force, which is set up for drugs, which has in their own right, they have got a lot of experience over the last 2 years. So all that is going to contribute to us working much quicker now to do this.
Another issue which I would like to ask you, because Punjab is a border state, Do Balakot airstrikes resonate amongst the minds of the voters?
Not at all.
Why you say that?
Because here, look, first thing you must understand that we are a border state. We've got a 540-kilometer border. We don't want war here. Anyone who gets caught is always Punjab in the war.
Right.
Rajasthan is a desert. Gujarat, they don't reach right down there. So really, we become the battlefield.
Right.
And it's our villages and all that are destroyed. Now, as far as Balakot is concerned, I can tell you that after Pulwama, the support, the action that the Air Force took, the Punjabi support fully.
Right.
But that doesn't mean they want a war. They wanted a retaliation for our Jawans being killed in Pulwama.
Right.
But that is it. And tit for tat sort of a scenario.
Right.
But nothing
But this
more
wasn't a
than that.
war. It was just a tit for tat scenario, as you say.
tit for tat. We don't want war.
Right.
Because we get affected, the economy gets affected. Once a war takes place, industry doesn't come here, that affects jobs, it affects our economy. And the villages get damaged, their crops get destroyed, their homes get destroyed. I've seen it happen in '65 war, I was there. Right through the Punjab border, I saw how we destroyed everything.
But what's the harm if Prime Minister Narendra Modi is taking the credit for what has happened?
Because Prime
in
Ministers don't
Balakot?
take credit. It's your job to do this as was done in '47 by Panditji.
But
done
sir,
by
if it's to the credit of the army, it's to the credit of the political fraternity
It
as
is
well.
not the political. It is given. Mrs. Gandhi, after the defeat of Bangladesh, congratulated the defence services and Field Marshal Manekshaw in particular.
Right.
And similarly was the case in Kargil. Vajpayee ji congratulated the defence services.
Right.
He didn't say that I did it.
Okay.
His job is as a Prime Minister to take a decision in consultation with his cabinet and the advice of his chiefs. And then once the task is being given, then it's up to the defence services to carry out that task.
At the age of 77, Captain Amrinder Singh is putting out all his energy to revive Congress in Punjab, but not without the support of his wife Praneeth Kaur, who's contesting from Patiala. Listen in to what she has to say. How's the campaign shaping up, ma'am? You're there as a total support for Amrinder ji?
I think he needs to be my support this time. I was there for his total support in the Lok Sabha, in the Vidhan Sabha elections.
Right.
He only did 2 days, I think, in Patiala.
Okay.
And won by the biggest margin in Punjab.
Okay.
He is there for my support this time. I think he's done more this time than he did for himself. But the campaign has shaped up very well. We are in the final 2 days. This is where everything crystallizes and everything looks good.
But the way Congress has revived in Punjab, what is the reason why in other states, Congress has not seen that kind of a political revival?
Well, we really had to work very hard. Our cadre remained intact, and the Congress under his leadership before the last assembly elections, we really worked very hard. I think from the month of June we started working. I know that I was given 5 districts.
Okay.
And I think I met every single, it took me from 9-10 every morning till 9-10 every night.
Okay.
From Bathinda to Patiala, all the districts in between.
Right.
There was one minister, Mr. Sadhu Singh, and myself.
Okay.
There were committees of 3 that were given different areas, and every committee we mobilized our workers, we explained to them how to work, we explained to them what issues to take up, which they knew, but we organized them. And it gave them a sense of confidence.
But you don't feel threatened at all with the Shiromani Akali Dal, BJP combined and the Aam Aadmi Party?
Not at all. Because the Shiromani Akali Dal, BJP combined, they disproved themselves in 10 years.
Okay.
They had 10 years to rule Punjab.
Okay.
And the AAP rode very high on a wave on the last MP elections.
Right.
I lost also to Dr. Gandhi, who was an AAP candidate. But they split within 2 months of the election being
But
over.
there's still a feeling that Dr. Gandhi is giving you still a very tough fight.
Look, a fight is tough till the results come out.
Okay.
And Dr. Gandhi is giving me a fight. Mr. Rakhda is giving me a fight. Neena Mittal in her own way is giving a fight. I'm giving them all a very tough fight.
So
Let's put it that way.
Who's going to be the bigger fighter?
I think I am.
But tell us one thing, there is a feeling that, Amrinder Singh started the campaign very late. People said that, he was trying to govern everything, from Patiala or maybe from Chandigarh. He wasn't going out too much into the rallies. What was the reason, and is that a correct assessment?
I really don't know. I've been very busy in here, but I do know that he has covered almost every constituency with every candidate. And I think it was necessary for him to do it at the end when the tempo builds up rather than do it before. It's a strategy that you peak right at the end instead of peaking before.
Punjab is one state where the unemployment is at about 16.8% against the national average, say about 10.3% or so. What are we doing really about the jobs? We see the education infrastructure that is in shambles, the healthcare that is in shambles. Will Punjab get back its old glory?
Well, we're working very hard at it because this is what we inherited from a 10-year rule of the Akali Dal and the BJP. And it's already 2 years.
Would it be fair to blame only Akali and the BJP for that?
Yes, definitely. Because whatever there was before they took over, when we left, I know when this India Today had these conclaves and all, Punjab was #1 state in the country. Sukhbir Bader went and received the award for #1 state in the month of April or whenever they have it, and his government had just been formed in March. So it was the previous years. After that, there was a steady decline in every form. And I think...
But we've seen a general decline of, say for example, industries. They are getting wiped out from Punjab since 90s, and also much later when the Chinese market got opened up.
Look, the decline started when we had the terrorist affected times.
Militancy. Yes.
Militancy. We recovered from that a bit. And then globally China hit the market, but we were still all right. But after that, it's been a steady decline, and I think the policy of the centre not to give the same benefits as they've given Himachal and the other and Jammu and Kashmir has also hit this thing. But we are putting in a new policy, and we are hoping, because without reviving the industry, you cannot really give the opportunity of jobs to the youngster.
Are you really seeing Amrinder Singh now again when 2022, I guess, is the Punjab election again? So are we going to see Amrinder Singh again as the Chief Minister?
Well, that remains for 2022 voters to decide. I think he will perform well. He is performing under the circumstances. I think what has been done, you will see that there has been progress, roads, schemes for drinking water, opportunities for employment. In my constituency alone, in a place called Chamaru, there is a Quark city coming up, which they are going to get set in 3 years' time. The multinationals are coming in, and we hope to give employment to about 20 to 25,000 people, from skilled labor up till executive jobs. So things are on the move. Nothing happens overnight.
But are we going to see a generational shift as far as Punjab Congress is concerned? Because we see an all-out, gung-ho attack by Navjot Singh Sidhu. It just seems that, he has all the support from Rahul Gandhi, and he is the real captain in the real sense. That's what people perceive outside Punjab.
Well, I think they need to come to Punjab. It's a very wrong perception. Captain is the Chief Minister. And he has the full support of Rahul ji. And I think, I don't even think it's something people should think about. If there's a Chief Minister, he's the Chief Minister. He is the captain.
But Navjot Singh Sidhu keeps saying that, he's not allowed to campaign here in Punjab just because Amrinder Singh doesn't like it too much. Would that be correct?
Then I don't think that's correct at all. He should come and campaign. He's been campaigning all over the country. He's elected from here. He should be looking after his seat in Amritsar. His main job is to campaign in Amritsar. And I'm sure if he wanted to campaign, nobody would say no to him. He's an excellent orator.
Okay. So, but do you see the likelihood of him also becoming maybe the next chief minister for whom Rahul Gandhi would bat?
You have to ask Rahul that. Okay. I'm not answering that.
Okay. That's a captain's knocks answer.
No, not at all. It's not my place. This is the prerogative of Rahul Gandhi, so you should ask him.
Okay. It was a pleasure talking to you, Puneet ji. Thank you so much.
Not at all. Pleasure talking to you too.
On the streets of Patiala, let's find out as to what the mood on the ground is and what people here feel about the Amrinder Singh government and the overall elections 2019. अच्छा ये बताइए कि पंजाब में जो इस समय माहौल है इलेक्शंस को लेकर, क्या राजनीतिक पार्टियां सही मुद्दों के ऊपर बात कर रही हैं?
नहीं कर रही, गलत कर रही हैं।
अच्छा, जैसे कि
जो प्रॉमिस करती है वो पूरा नहीं करती। इस टाइम कच्चे वादे करते हैं। हम चाहते हैं जब वोट डालने के लिए जाता है बंदा, बाहर मिलिट्री लगी हुई है, सिर्फ जो वोट जाने का उसी को अधिकार होना चाहिए जो अंदर वोट डालने जाए, जिसके पास आधार कार्ड हो। उसके अलावा ना राजनीतिक पार्टी के साथ अंदर जाए, ना कोई नजायज बंदा जाए, वोट सही पड़ेगा।
राजा साहब की जो फैमिली है बहुत रॉयल है, लोगों से मिलती नहीं है, क्या ये सही बात है? आपको लगता है कि वो एक्सेसिबल नहीं है? मैडम, आपको लगता है?
ये कच्चा वादा करते हैं, कहेंगे महारानी साहब आ रहे हैं, आएगा कोई और।
अच्छा,
बाजार में माहौल पैदा करते हैं, महारानी साहब आ रहे हैं, महारानी साहब आ रहे हैं, लोगों को हार बांट देते हैं पैसे ले लेकर।
I have some young voters also here with me. Let's find out as to what they feel about this whole elections of 2019 in Punjab. एक यंग वोटर है आप, आपके हिसाब से क्या पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज रियल इश्यूज को उठा रही है?
नहीं, कुछ वादे नहीं पूरे करते, पहले कर देते हैं वादे करके फिर कुछ पूरा नहीं करते।
आप बताइए कि क्या कोई भी वायदे जो ये कांग्रेस की सरकार ने किए थे, क्या वो पूरे हुए हैं?
No, we want two things like increase the employment and decrease to drugs. Just so then we can say that my government is very good.
But drugs is an issue. But drugs is one issue which I find no political party has been taking up this.
Increasing day by day, so everyone now just that suicide the case is a very increase.
But drugs वाला issue तो कोई political party उठा ही नहीं रही है इस election में.
So should चाहिए था मैम उन्होंने।
आपके हिसाब से सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा पंजाब के इलेक्शन में क्या है? अभी जो 2019 का चुनाव है,
करप्शन है ही।
करप्शन है। और मोदी जी के बारे में क्या कहना है? जिस तरीके का गवर्नेंस मोदी जी ने पिछले 5 सालों में दिया है, उससे आप संतुष्ट हो? क्या आप वापस चाहोगे बीजेपी की सरकार आना, या आप कोई बदलाव चाहते हो?
ਚਾਂਸ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜੀ ਮੋਦੀ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਵਧੀਆ ਕੀਤਾ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਸ਼ਾयद ਹੋ ਸਕੇ ਵੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਕਰਨ।
सर, आपका क्या कहना है इस चुनाव के बारे में कि क्या जो पूरे चुनावी मुद्दे हैं राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर, क्या सही मुद्दे उठाए जा रहे हैं? जैसे कि बालाकोट है, बालाकोट की एयर स्ट्राइक्स के बारे में बात की जा रही है, इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी एक इस बार चुनाव में बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है। आपके हिसाब से वोट क्या लोग इस मुद्दे पे भी डालेंगे?
पहले तो जो मोदी जी के 5 साल निकले हैं वो उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छे काम किए हैं। सारी पब्लिक कहती है मोदी जी द्वारा हैं, लेकिन पंजाब के हालात कुछ और हैं। यहाँ पर ड्रग्स का था, एक बरगाड़ी केस हुआ था, तो उस मामले में अकालियों को थोड़ी सेटबैक लगी है, तो इसलिए कांग्रेस की यहाँ पर उम्मीद ज्यादा है आने की। कांग्रेस की सीटें ज्यादा आ सकती है, क्योंकि पटियाला में कैप्टन ने काम बड़े करवा रहे हैं, ये सड़कें बन रही हैं, पुल बन रहे हैं, पूरा पटियाला के डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं। वो पटियाला का नक्शा बदल दिया उन्होंने, इतने प्रोजेक्ट लेकर आए हैं पटियाला के लिए, पंजाब के लिए। तो ये 3 साल आने वाले कैप्टन सरकार में बहुत अच्छा काम करेंगे।
लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि जो पिछले 2 साल में अमरिंदर सरकार की गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत ज्यादा काम नहीं किया है, और इसकी वजह से लोग शिरोमणि अकाली दल और बीजेपी के अलायंस को वोट डालेंगे। क्या ये सही आकलन है?
नहीं, बिल्कुल सही नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं है कि उनको डालेंगे। काम किए, लेकिन शुरुआत में उनके पास फंड की कमी थी, हालात ऐसे थे, तो अब धीरे धीरे ठीक हो रहे हैं। अब पंजाब में इतने काम होने लग गए हैं कि लोगों को नौकरियां मिलेंगी। ठीक है, इन्होंने नौकरियां कम दी हैं, लेकिन अब इन्होंने किया कि इलेक्शन के बाद हम अपना जो वादे किए हैं वो पूरे करेंगे।
किसानों को बोला गया था कि किसानों को हम कर्ज माफी करेंगे, पेंशन लोगों को देंगे, अभी बहुत ज्यादा उस स्तर पर काम नहीं हो पाया है।
क्या पेंशन तो देखो अभी नहीं हुई, लेकिन किसानों के कर्ज 80% माफ हो गए हैं। वैसे जो मर्जी कही जाए, लेकिन 80% कर्जे माफ हो चुके हैं इनके। और बाकी जो किसानों की तो प्रॉब्लम बहुत है, एक प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बहुत सी प्रॉब्लम है, बिजली की है और है, जो तो खड़ी रहती हैं।
पाजी ये बताइए कि पंजाब में जो चुनाव की हवा किस तरफ को बहती हुई दिख रही है आपको और किन मुद्दों पर वोटिंग होगी इस बार?
पंजाब का मुद्दा तो कोई है नहीं।
पंजाब का मुद्दा ही नहीं है आप कह रहे हो, क्यों?
बस तो हर एक पार्टी चाहती है हम जीते हम जीते। तो इसलिए जो पब्लिक है ना वो कंफ्यूज हो जाती है। तो इसलिए लोग जो अपना वोट डालेंगे मौके को देखकर फिर वोट डालेंगे। जो पटियाले की हवा है वो गांधी के पक्ष में है कि उसने काम अच्छा किया। बाकी जो पार्टियां वो सब अपने अपने गीत गा रहे हैं।
तो कांग्रेस को भी कड़ी टक्कर यहाँ पर मिलेगी आप कह रहे हो?
हाँ मिलेगी।
तो ये जो एक धारणा है कि जो ये पूरा कैप्टन साहब का जो ये एक बैस्टियन है, कांग्रेस का ये गढ़ है, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, इसको भेदा जा सकता?
नहीं, बस झूठियां कसम हर एक पार्टी खाती है, काम कोई नहीं करती।
Coming to the governance in Punjab, we see that time and again there is a rift between you and Navjot Singh Sidhu. What is the reason?
Navjot is a minister of mine. There's no rift. He has to do what he's been told. He's got a job to do, which is his ministry, and he has to run that effectively. That is the only difference.
But Navjot says that he is being ignored, he's been neglected, his wife hasn't got a ticket. So what is...
Well, why should his wife get a ticket? She wanted Chandigarh, and our party thought better that not me. Chandigarh doesn't come under me. We offered Amritsar and we offered Bathinda. She didn't want both. Okay. She wanted only Amritsar, and that is for Delhi to take a decision on Chandigarh. But
I'll just take a few minutes more, sir, of you. Talking about 1984 riots, does a pragmatic Punjabi remember what happened in 1984? And
everyone will remember
the Congress?
Everyone will remember it. Congress is not part of it.
Okay.
Everyone remembers 84 and they will remember it forevermore. Let me tell you that. That was one thing, it's not going to stop. Like Badal says now, that people have forgotten the desecration. They haven't forgotten it. It only happened 4 years ago. 58 Guru Granth Sahibs are burnt. Same is the case in 84. There were some congressmen involved. There were some BJP people involved. There were some of the people from neighbouring villages who came in. It was a free-for-all sort of a scenario that took.
But when Mr. Sam Pitroda said that 1984 hua to hua, do you think that's going to impact the elections?
No. That I think he made it clear that he's not a Hindi speaker. He's been born and brought up in America, and he probably meant it in some other way, which he says he meant it in some other way. I think people have accepted that.
But why is there an impression that you keep the Congress High Command at an arm's length? Is that true?
Why should I keep I get on very well with my Congress High Command. My president is Rahul Gandhi. So why should I keep him at arm's length? I have to interact with him on many things all the time. So I don't have that problem at all.
There is an impression that you have your own...
No, I have my own way of thinking of things.
Okay.
I say what I feel. I'm not one of those who think something and say something else. I say what I feel.
But does that isolate you from the party in any way?
I say what I feel in the interest of my state. And also, no, not at all. This is the beauty of our party. We don't go under strict guidelines like RSS and BJP do. Here you have a freedom of speech. And that is the thing which I think is a positive thing with the Congress party.
Just two questions more. I know you're really in a hurry. Sacrilege incident which happened and you mentioned just a short while ago. Why are these sacrilege incidents so common in Punjab?
I think this was a deliberate attempt on the Akali Dal's point. You see, it hasn't happened since. And it hadn't happened till the elections. And why did it happen? Because they were trying polarization. They knew their position was down. Okay. And they thought that if they created a scenario, the Sikhs would polarize and give them support.
No, but Akali Dal says it the other way, that it was sponsored by Congress and it was Congress trying to defame Akalis.
We were going to sweep the polls. Why should we sponsor it?
Like, for example, Subir Badal said that, it's blasphemy on the part of the Chief Minister when he, vows on the Guru Granth Sahib and says that he is going to wipe out the drug problem.
I have said not Guru Granth Sahib, on the Gutka Sahib. I'll say it again if I have to, on anything I think which strongly about. And I said it because I believed that this had to be, it was a major issue. And I had taken an oath that I would break the backbone, and I broke the backbone.
So 2019 elections, do you think, is a big litmus test for your midterm governance?
No, my test will come in 3 years' time. This is Mr. Modi's test.
Okay. So are we going to see Amrinder Singh playing the captain's knock again?
Oh, here in Punjab?
Yes.
No,
Punjab and also
Let
overall.
us see how things go in the next 5 years, 3 years. Let us get Punjab. As I said, my only ambition in life is to get Punjab on top again.
What is happening in Bengal? What is your opinion? What we've seen, what Mamata Banerjee
I can't comment on other states because, I've been too busy in my own thing to go into details of specifications of what is happening in Bengal.
But don't you think that's a murder of the democracy?
No, I can't comment on these things because, if I was a man on the spot, I would be able to comment. But here, I've been too involved in my own thing. From early morning to late night, it's Punjab that is going around.
The survey says that, the Modi government will come back to power. Do you see a possibility of the third front at all?
Of course, I'm talking about a UPA 3.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Modi. I think today all the people who, you talk to, at least the people who understand and they all want change. They think India must have a new government.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much.